Our final match in the group. It is Liquid versus Newbee, a very old battle. These two have gone backwards and forwards over the last couple of years, and it's always a fine contest. Right now, neither in the best of form either, so difficult to decide which way this would go. A lot could come down to the draft, which will be taken to you by our three men on the panel. Welcome back to Lacoste, Winter, and Jack. I mean, let's focus on the game, first of all, before we get carried away with whether we have all these extra matches and everything else. Isn't it surprising to you, Lacoste, to find Liquid in this position right now? And also, Newbee, to a degree. How have they come back in many ways? 1-3 yesterday, back to 3-3.
I was expecting Liquid to be on top of the group, but that didn't happen. Newbee was looking kind of shaky, but seems like they managed to get back on the track. I gotta say, I liked Newbee's draft like a month, 2 months ago, more than what they're picking right now. They're not playing the fast game. Same goes, let's say, for Virtus.pro. They're the ones that are playing the fastest Dota right now. Liquid can do it as well, but Newbee is kind of struggling with that. It feels like if you want to commit to go all in and just keep the pressure, that's what's paying off. Plus being greedy as well.
Winter, what are you expecting in this one?
Like what Lacoste mentioned, it's difficult to play like a slower pace game against Liquid from Newbee, so I kind of hope that they adjust their drafts and try to play a faster pace game, less reliant on cooldowns, and they have to get Kaka a really, really good hero for the game.
Right. Usually the Sand King, if they can, which is available and is picked. Who knew?
Because why not? I mean, Sand King is still one of the best position for heroes you can get, at least in my opinion. You have that reliable stun with lower cooldown. Sand King is not a classic initiator that goes in, throws in all of his spells. He just stuns, goes back, uses a Blink Dagger to cast the Epi.
Oh, that's
early Lone Druid. Wow, okay. Well, we've seen it 5th picked. I don't think we've seen it first 2 picked, have we?
I think they did it yesterday.
Other? Maybe one other yesterday, yeah.
And they always have these kind of openings where they decided, okay, this is the hero we want to draft around with. Like before they had this like Viper opening, they always open with the Viper. And then like what, few days ago, we've seen the Enchantress +1 opening.
Yep.
They've been moving around with that kind of openings a lot.
Yeah, but if you see the way the Team Liquid draft, most of the time they never pretty much pick the support duo in the first phase.
They just like go for like the what kind of game they want to play, because when you talk about what kind of game you want to play, it usually involves like the core, and usually Liquid likes to put a lot of emphasis on heroes that can push out the lanes. That's why you always see this like Kotal, Lone Druid is a very, very good example. Like how many times have you seen Liquid? They're like what, 10, 15 kills behind, but they're constantly shuffling out the wave, so the net worth doesn't really reflect on being down on kills.
And that allows them to play fast. Once your lanes are pushed out, you can take objectives, smoke out, lurk in the enemy forest as well.
What do you want to see, Jack, from Newbee?
I think so. They've struggled with Liquid for a long time, basically, until, I forget which tournament, one of the, was it Genting? Or whichever tournament that they finally beat Liquid in a series.
It was Genting, yeah. They won 3-2 in the grand final.
Liquid is a team that very much invests in abusive lane matchups. The same way someone like EG does, the difference being that instead of playing for kind of late game scaling the play to be able to finish some of these games very early on, and they have Miracle and something that can scale a little bit kind of as insurance. So what they're doing with Newbee is, again, Newbee's like a little bit slower, but they play into that team fight. Kaka plays like a traditional 4, where he always kind of requires that farm to get into the game. So Liquid were able to play way faster than that and really punish Newbee for it. I think when you look at these heroes like Lone Druid, someone who you can put in multiple lanes, is guaranteed to get farm and apply a lot of lane pressure. The way Newbee were able to deal with it was to get a little bit more aggressive, I think, in their drafting, a little bit faster, to kind of balance that out and still have better team fight than Liquid, so that when the inevitable engagements come or the pushes come, they can actually stop Liquid from getting that crucial momentum.
10 seconds remaining.
So having like good team fight plus not losing the lane too much, that would be the key stuff for them.
Yeah, you don't want to sacrifice too much of the lanes for team fight. If you go in that direction, that's when Liquid really just punishes you and takes all your towers very early on.
I mean, Witch Doctor is a pretty solid support for the lane. Pretty good against the Lone Druid, I'd say. One of the better supports against that.
I mean, Witch Doctor is one of the better position 4s overall. You can open with him, and there's no threat that they can sneak in many heroes. You can go aggressive with him. He can easily just zone out enemy offlaner if it's in 2 versus 1 scenario, so you can have that 2 versus 2 matchup on your offlane as well.
I think the offlane that you worry about the most is something like a Bat Rider. That would be really difficult for Witch Doctor to zone out. So we'll see if that happens here. Bat Rider or maybe like Brood also. Like those are the matchups that you really don't want as Witch Doctor. He generally does pretty well against all the tanky offlane, like the Tide, the Tiny, Underlord's Band. They go for the Razor, so that means that their lanes are going to be pretty strong.
So an interesting part about this draft is the Newbee have gone for the supports first, and Liquid have first picked their cores. Liquid occasionally does this, but I think the reasoning is that if you really want to exploit those lane advantages against this team, your supports need to have a good game against Newbee supports, and so there's Earth Spirit coming out. Like they need to be able to have an advantage in moving around and securing your lanes. That's kind of the difference in draft philosophy. Instead of having necessarily a flexible pick early on with just one core and not showing too much.
It's the 33rd time they played Earth Spirit in the last 6 months, which is their most played hero across the entire team.
A lot of teams would have made Tusk as their third selection here over Earth Spirit. Because like Tusk, we had this discussion about like Tusk and Earth
Which one's the better version?
Yeah, which is like the better version with the recent change to towers.
They're not a Tusk team though, are they? They've played Tusk
they
three times
They
last
lost
year.
the game yesterday when they had
and
Tusk.
it's only the third time they played it in the last 12 months, which is it's crazy.
I mean, when you compare Earth Spirit to Tusk, what do you have over Tusk? Team fight. So your mid game is better than the Tusk, but early game, definitely, if you're looking to pressure in the early game, Tusk does provide you with more tools to get kills, scout the Roshan.
And because they're so similar, do you think it comes down to
player preference?
Player preference? Like,
yeah, possibly.
It depends also on the mid matchup. If it's a mobile hero, I think they prefer to leave Tusk in the pool.
There's also this 2 support opening against the 2 core opening. There's also from Liquid where they think we pretty much know what Newbee want to play anyway. Does that play its part in the fact that they open with 2 cores? Because they kind of go, Newbee won't counter pick us necessarily. They'll try and play more with what they like.
I think it's more of like what Jack mentioned just now, where they want to make sure that the supports get a good game. Because then in this kind of matchups where you favor a faster game, you want your supports to do well, then you're able to push the game's tempo faster, help the lanes better. I think it's more of that.
It's a very Newbee looking lineup so far.
Yeah, good lanes.
Yeah.
They have a solid team fight, tight
Sure
tanking.
they'd love to have had a Naga and a Disruptor in there, but obviously they were taken away. No surprise there. Every team banning those.
Yeah, I love the first 3 heroes from Team Liquid. Actually can throw away, kick Savage Roar, Razor, so the static link breaks and the Razor wants to be on top of those heroes, just draining the damage. And also his static link was nerfed as well, so I don't feel this could be a good Razor game. And there's also a lot of debate about the Tide Hunter, how good the hero is. Like if you have a bad early game, it feels like you're pretty much just a Ravage and that's it.
Yeah, but then the thing is, like because you have Razor, you can always have the option, to go aggro. Tide can get the safe lane if you're really concerned about that. So you have like I'm like a fan of like if you have this strong lane, you put the strong.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
A Pango for Liquid.
So it's a mid tiny, I assume, unless Pango
You would
goes mid.
think.
Yeah, because Pango is really good against like the lane matchup against Razor, because you can always swashbuckle away from the static link. Pretty good against Tide as well, because you just roll in, don't care about the Ravage.
What a time to bring out the Pangolier.
Oh, look at that smile.
GH already loves it, doesn't he? Already loves it. I wonder. And an SF to finish things off with Newbee. Okay.
Miracle.
Let's go old school then with SEC.
That's Miracle
Nah,
Rubik.
no, they're gonna swap. They're gonna swap.
Come on.
That's not right. They're gonna swap heroes later. They're just trolling, more or less.
Or maybe they're not, because they have done this before. Miracle has gone support.
Yeah, but that was the last DAC.
Yeah.
That was the last DAC.
Yeah, you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So not impossible, but interesting. Time for some predictions, Lacoste. After that, I have no idea. I feel like you're on your own here a little bit. after that draft?
All
Would
right.
you win a coin or something? Or
Never bet against the Pango.
okay,
That's it.
all right.
There is no stunts that go through BKB, so Pango for the win.
Okay.
Liquid
I don't know
following.
if... yeah, all right. So
What about-
liquid for both of you.
What about Razor?
Oh yeah, you have
His
that.
passive, doesn't
Yeah,
it
yeah.
stop the movement and stops the Pango's ulti?
Too late, you've both
No.
picked liquid. Jack,
Which scenario leads to 10 matches?
hold on.
Newbee.
If Newbee win.
Well, gotta go with Newbee here. They've got over the liquid hump. They've really figured them out lately. I think they got this one in the bag.
I genuinely thought you were going to go the other way on that one. Okay. Wow, panel members are looking forward to 10 more playoff matches. And the only way we're going to get that is if the boys in blue from Newbee manage to take down Liquid. Let's see how they get on against the Pango.
Yes, absolutely. We must confirm it is
Miracle Rubik.
a Miracle Rubik and a Kuroki Pangolier.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
they're doing it. They're
We were sitting over here and we're just like,
Yeah.
maybe Miracle with his time off. He's been spamming the Pango. He was going to play it, but no. He's going to play Rubik in the mid lane.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
And the
my
Kuroki Pangolier.
goodness.
I mean, we know Kuro.
He's running it as a 5.
And hey, this is a hero that he hasn't played in competitive, so Snapsmen out there are
Oh,
going
even more,
crazy.
right? What is it? That's 109
That's
now for
another
Kuro?
new hero for Kuro.
Oh my god.
Another new hero for him. Kuroki. Continues to be the statistically most versatile player in those two.
I just want to sit back and actually watch this game. Oh, and you can just cast by yourself. I just want to
I'm putting
I wanna
player,
absorb
player
this
perspective
Rubik.
Kuro. Here we
absorb
go.
the mid Rubik, absorb the 5 Pango. So it looks like Kuro's going to try to pull the creep wave level 1
Let's see what he does.
up top to make sure that Mind Control gets stuff. He's getting stalked, though.
Oh, he's got a swashbuckle. He's out of there.
See ya.
Countered. And now.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Gee.
Faith. He's walking in.
They're thinking of going for this here, Liquid. Faith. He has walked into us. The paralyzing cast bounces. They're not going to be
And they
enough.
got him.
That'll be first blood
Oh.
for GH.
Mind Control gave it to GH. He could have thrown the tree for the last hit, but
That's
okay.
he doesn't want to lose his tree.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, he's going to come back up soon.
That's his little pet. That's his friend. Well, here we have, ladies and gentlemen. So it's Liquid versus Newbee. Let's see how this goes down. Newbee, their lineup a little more orthodox, standard stuff. We are getting to see the delights of the SCCC Shadow Fiend, which is always going to be very exciting to see.
And the delight of a mid Rubik. Come on.
I mean, true. Obviously, Liquid, they're going for the flashy points with their draft.
I mean, this is a favorable Rubik matchup, especially if you get some rotations coming in. And GH actually snipes the courier.
Oh, dear. Poor old SCCC.
Like, Rubik has a high base damage, and it can really mess with the Shadow Fiend in the early laning phase, too. Like, the Fade Bolt, you get put down to, like, 31 damage when you get hit by it. You just have to watch out once the levels start adding up for the Shadow Fiend. That's where SCCC can really start to catch back up. This is awesome.
I'll see mid lane.
With GH rolling in, when they've got a couple levels, they can definitely threaten kills onto SCCC.
Faith will be there and has eyes on GH, so GH won't be able to find that roll in. Faith keeping GH at a distance, making sure that SCCC has some space.
And Matumba Man down bottom versus a dual lane. He's able to get a big creep wave pushed in, though, so he will be protected by that for the time being. KP's going to get a lot of experience here, though, which is always the dream as a Tidehunter when you're not getting zoned out by any means. I think that's why they picked it, too. They looked at Liquid's lineup, and they're like, Tidehunter can actually get a lot in this game. Miracle. 6 and 7 last hits to SCCC's 3 and 1 at the moment.
Certainly having a very good start, but as we've seen, as we know, it's a Shadow Fiend.
Yeah.
He'll suffer at the start, but he should have a very good chance of climbing back after a few minutes once the levels are there.
Once the levels are there.
Yeah.
They're starting to make rotations, though. I mean, GH is just sitting in this mid area. So they know they can get kills on the Shadow Fiend if he steps up at all too far. And even Kuroki's joining the fray.
Well, they're eyeing this up. It is a bit tricky with Faith standing there. A
They
good cast
think-
could put a stop to any play.
They also think this illusion of Kaka is the real Sanking, but now Kaka is positioned down bottom. So he's sitting the illusion behind mid to threaten the Rubik. And Mind Control top. He's still farming pretty well, even though they left him alone versus that Razor. Look at this mid lane. Kuroki and GH just still standing here, waiting for an opportunity. Faith playing in the lane, though, to allow SCCC to catch back
They are
up.
spending a lot of time on this.
They are.
Liquid. So this, Newbee are fine with this. SCCC is, of course, catching back up.
Yep.
The CS.
Yeah, I did really like this move by Faith to
Yeah.
secure that mid lane.
Yeah, very much needed. Having the Witch Doctor here, and it's done a whole world of wonders for SCCC top lane.
Newbee.
Control and GH are here as well. Mugi bringing Kuro down pretty low, but a quick swashbuckle outside the range of the plasma field will keep Kuro safe. As Mind Control and GH will finish off Mugi.
Mid lane. Miracle. Getting hit by the double raise.
Oh,
We don't have the third raise up just yet.
it's going to be close. Verifies there from SCCC. One more.
He gets him.
He's got it. SCCC. A couple more creeps and he'll have the money for the bottle on its way out. The courier, of course, is back and ready to go. This creep will give him that bottle, so if he can get that out, get himself regen back up, he's going to be a happy bunny in this middle lane.
Miracle's trying to punish him here. Can't close the gap, though.
An arcane rune top, but looks like Spirit will be able to have his hands on that.
He's going to commit for SCCC. He runs upwards, though. The bottle will be delivered. Getting chased down.
There's a TP in as well. They
Yeah.
could look to try and turn with a couple of raises as he bottles himself up. Burrow strike. A few raises to come through. Turn with the bottle smash. Try and roll him his way out, but the body block's there from Kaka. Slows from the caustic finale. GH in trouble. SCCC continue to close the gap. Kuro's going to turn up with a swashbuckle. The avalanche as well from a distance. They're trying to find SCCC. Mind Control with the help of Miracle will get the return kill. So they get the 1-for-1. Obviously a more costly one for Newbee, losing their mid laner. And the kill going towards Miracle's mid Rubik. As he is closing in towards the level 6. Level 5.5 at the moment in the mid lane. As compared to SCCC, who is still sitting on level 4. Bottom lane, rolling onto KP.
Can we get him? The root? Where's the root?
Here it is. Oh,
One more.
here it is.
Nope.
No.
One more.
Here
There
it is. Third time lucky.
Good rotation by GH there, and the Tidehunter KP is having an excellent game bottom, as we were mentioning.
Oh, he's getting a lot of
He can
farm.
farm a lot,
Yeah.
versus this lone druid.
No, he's going to be able to get a very good early timing on that help.
Yep.
At this rate. Mugi's farm up top still looking very good as well. 23 for 7. Safe lane Razor. And then Miracle. Coming in, SCCC does have the backup of Kaka.
Look how far up Miracle's playing.
Up top as well. Mind Control and Kuroki. They're diving in. Looking for Mugi. Mugi trying to get himself behind the trees, but Kuro and Mind Control will dive in, look for him. Jump forward with the shield crash. Mind Control with a final punch.
Mid
Takes
lane.
the kill. Going for the roll in GH, but at the same time Kaka's there with the burrow onto Miracle. Miracle using the stolen raise to burst SCCC down low. Goes in with the Faith Bolt, finishes off the kill, but the TP in from Faith with that cast. Looking to turn it Miracle. He steals the burrow strike, goes down to the low ground, but there's the chase. Kaka will be able to follow through. Miracle cannot get himself to safety as Newbee will find the return kill. A mid for a mid.
This is so fun. Just seeing a Pango and a mid Rubik, man, we're blessed here.
And it's paying off for Liquid, as you can see overall. 6 minutes in, early days, but it is a 3k net worth lead
Yeah.
for Liquid.
Getting those kills on the Shadow Fiend and just having this lone druid absolutely free farming in the bottom lane. And Razor, the 2 deaths really costing him, dropping down to the 6th net worth. While Tiny's top 2.
Kuro. It's playing around here with Kaka. Top lane Mind Control.
Matumba got a very early Dominator, so you see him with that. The Siege Creep will be able to get the tower. They're even going to commit into KP here.
Oh, we'll kick it back a bit. It's pretty tanky with that Ring of Health.
Yep.
And not quite a kill that they can go for, as is. Mid lane, Miracle just constantly nuking SCC down low here with these raises.
Oh my god.
Uses one, steals another, pops it out. He is now quite close to the tower. He's trying to get himself away. Faith goes for the cast, finds the connection. Roll forward, GH trying to help out. It's Rubik and Miracle. Finally falls. Kaka finds the kill with a burrow strike, but GH and Kuro are looking to make sure that Newbee pay even more as they cut down the Witch Doctor. Turn towards Kaka.
That was a full solo kill there by Miracle onto the Shadow Fiend.
There are some flashy plays, but he is losing his life each time for them. Newbee are doing a good job of making sure that Miracle doesn't get away with just pulling off the show. The show does get shut down each time.
Definitely. But he is also, I mean, it's 3 deaths already on a Shadow Fiend early on. And during all this, as we were mentioning, Matumba Man is free farming in comparison to the Razor, who's also quite shut down. And, I mean, Kaka actually has more net worth than 2 of his cores at the moment on the Sanking because of those rotations, 3 and 0. Being able to punish a bit of those dives from Miracle.
some tight play from Kaka and Faith in terms of just trying to find something in return for losing kills, but the same to be said for the support movements of Liquid. GH moving on bottom with the roll. They need another root, and they've got it. And it comes.
Satyr Blast.
They've got the kill. The roots are there for Matuma Man.
And KP actually, because of all that, he instantly starts pinging the high ground where he believes the ward is, but GH actually put a bit more of a sneaky one to be able to watch whenever he comes down, so that one's not going to get dewarded. And SCCC has actually just gone straight to the jungle. Too much pressure coming out from these rotations on mid. Kaka will take mid for now. Getting, I mean, Trinkle Boots and 1,000 gold away from Blink Dagger.
You have to be careful around these mass nukes that Miracle can throw out with the razors. And the potential of grabbing a Burrow Strike if it's allowed for him. GH is there to back him up. They have got the Invis. Yeah, SCCC stepping forward. Matuma Man with this rotation, ready to put some heavy pressure onto the tower. GH looking for the connection onto Kaka. Misses both spells.
Bit awkward.
A little bit.
Miracle will clean him up though quickly.
Faith Bolt and Raze does it.
Can Faith close the gap onto Miracle? Moogie TP's into, gets silenced.
They have got the first stun, looking for Miracle. He's got the Maledictorium. He's in a lot of trouble. They get the Ruby. Newbee. Can we get anything more out of this though? It doesn't look like it, but still they are, again, killing off Miracle. That's the 4th death on himself. They're killing him each and every time he goes for these plays.
Yep. That time though they had to commit a lot. They brought 4 heroes for that. And Matu gets even more space. GH. Getting isolated, will get brought down here.
He'll be finding some good recovery kills, but it definitely is. As you Matuma Man, this lone druid, far ahead of anyone else in terms of farm this game. Nearly 2k ahead of Moogie. As he's 2,600 towards the relic. He has been having a free lane, and he's, as we've seen, he's been getting involved in these kills on KP down here.
Yeah. My Control also been having a pretty good time. Not as nice as Matu, of course, since he's that offlane, but Newbee.
And go for KP yet again. That does look like they'll try. I'll just Savage roaring away for the creep wave.
They almost have 6 on Faith. They could look to make a smoke play with this. A lot of kill potential whenever you do have Death Ward. And Javelin will be the Javelins will be the build this time on Kuro.
Yeah, as we've seen from the Pangos that have been played, at least the games that we've caught wind of, they have been going for alternate builds rather than the Javelins. But
this is more of you see a lot of the pub players do that. It's all about the Javelins.
Yeah, this is the one that you're going to see every time post, because the
Rotation
damage
mid.
is pretty crazy.
Miracle, the stun actually doesn't connect. He's able to steal the burrow.
Gets himself out with an own 2-man burrow. The boulder smash from GH, catching the 2 of them, and they'll be able to get the double kill for Miracle. Miracle able to walk it off. Very nice stolen burrow strike. Cuts him out of there, and the backup from his teammates that's required is there this time.
Yeah, perfect chain stun, sinking into the boulder smash. And Matu continuing to pressure this tower bottom. KP at least. He killed the dominated creep.
This is early pressure onto that tier 2. 11 minutes in. Matuma Man, there really has been no answer for him from Newbee's lineup. They've just not looked towards this bottom lane at all. It really has just been KP left alone.
Yeah, he actually almost has the relic already done.
He is very farmed.
And they'll get themselves the mid tower. A 6k gold lead already at this point. The experience is even, but gold is a completely different story right now. Kaka still about 1,000 gold from the blink with these deaths. And Moogie will be going for a hood. Just having a tank up versus the tiny combo as a Razor is definitely necessary. And I mean, of course, versus this mid Rubik too, who has a blink dagger, by the way, on Miracle.
All right.
And he has the burrows already stolen, so he can get that instant blink stun
He's
disable.
Fade Bolt, burrow strike. He can steal one of the raises. SCCC actually going to go for the Requiem.
He's going to steal it.
And he keeps to the side. He's indeed stealing it with the slow stolen new round, but does he have quite enough damage? Fade Bolt? It's not enough. In fact, SCC cancels his TP. It was a bit of a bait, and it pays off. I mean, this is definitely one of the shortcomings of a mid Rubik. You can be very flashy, but you're still a Rubik at the end of the day, and you will die pretty quickly.
Yeah, he tried.
He dies in style.
But again, though, that's a 4-hero rotation to kill a mid Rubik, and look at the space they get out of it toward top.
True.
Another tower claim.
I mean, this is sort of the plan, I guess. This is Miracle saying, hey, it's the Miracle Show, look at me. And they're looking at him.
Distraction.
They're not looking at Matuma. Matuma, man, he's getting away with the world at the moment. 7k net worth on the Lone Druid. He has the Relic. And he is halfway through the recipe gold.
And SCCC is still not really like recovered at all. Bottom 5 net worth. Mugi is also pretty far behind at this point on the Razor too. Definitely a bit concerning for Newbee.
Jumping in on KP. Goodbye, Tidehunter.
The stun.
Or maybe not. Kuro, here he comes. Rolling, rolling, rolling towards KP. Is it oh, he's missed.
The toss.
Kuro was just getting the vision, you know.
But now My Control commits in too because they have that vision on the high ground.
Yeah.
Quickly bring down Faith. Newbee, they're just getting split up all over the place. They're having to react to all the movements from Liquid, so they're falling behind heavily.
And once
in
that
the
radiance
goals.
is on Matuma Man, they're going to fall behind even more severely unless they can kill him. And they are.
They
They're
might
in
be
a
able
good
to find
position.
Matu here. Yep.
This is a big kill. They've got the Burrow Strike to set up. Matuma Man trying to get them out of there with a Savage Roar. Does manage to push back the Razor. Matuma Man continuing to run. Can he actually get back?
They got him.
They have got him indeed. That is the kill that Newbee needed. They have to shut down this lone druid. GH is actually going to roll forward with the magnetized 2-man boulder smash.
His team is coming in too. They're smoked. Mind Control with the blink.
He's got the blink, jump in, avalanche, toss combo with the swashbuckle. They've cut down one. Ravage comes out from KP. They turn towards Mind Control with SCCC and they will find him.
The stolen
there's
Ravage.
The stolen Ravage. Miracle's in, catches the both of them. They've lost SCCC. KP's trying to get himself back towards the shrine. But Kuro rolling about.
Kaka has the blink coming in.
Bouncing around. KP's still alive for now. And he will be fine. Kuro gets the shield crash. Oh no, he swashbuckled himself. Not far enough. He's stuck on the high ground. And again, it's Liquid. They're giving us these shows, but they're losing
dying.
the fights. They're losing these engagements. Newbee are managing to get these big kills. Sure, SCCC had to buy back.
He had to buy back, yeah.
But he gets involved, and as you can see, the overall goal and XP favoring Newbee off the back of that engagement.
Yep, they've now claimed the experience lead, but still 5k gold behind. Gotta watch, gotta cover those Ravages in the next upcoming situations.
Absolutely can't. Can't let Miracle get his
Miracle.
hands on those.
Let's get some extra smash.
And yeah, with this build, just going straight for the Aghanims on the mid Rubik.
Now he's got some great spells to steal this game. The Witch Doctor ult, Sanking Burrow, little Shadow Fiend ulti.
I mean,
top 3.
Everyone's got an Aghs upgrade.
Yep.
That's the dream.
I guess, I mean, if he steals Gosh too, if he has Aghanims, that can be pretty neat. They're looking to kill this Siege Creep. 125 gold. Newbee. That was also clutched by Kaka, having the Blink Dagger there, being able to get that epicenter. Just enough damage. Now Liquid threaten top. I believe the Radiance has now been delivered.
So, the tier 2 going down at 16 minutes in Liquid. Keeping the pressure very much on against Newbee.
Mugi claims a bottom tier 1. They even threw the scan behind the tower to make sure that he's not getting ganked at the same time. But Liquid, quick smoke after they take the tower.
Well, this could catch them off guard.
Okay.
Newbee. Roll in. They've found the Sand King. They have got the creep wave pushed in mid. So Liquid, quick to look for a second tier 2.
They were aware that Burrows or Epicenter is on cooldown, Ravage is on cooldown, so they have a pretty good timing window with the lead that they have with the Radiance. SCCC is going to be going for the Shadowblade build in this game. He's still pretty far behind though, bottom 5 net worth. All these deaths and the buyback really adding up against him.
Very cool. You know he's up here. He blinks deep into the trees, TP's out.
So they've got Ravage and they've got Epicenter at the ready. I think they can probably look to take a fight here with this Shadowblade too. Mugi still not really caught back up either on the Razor. Just a hood. Sure, he has 1,500 gold, but quite weak at this moment in time. Look at all the wards by Liquid right now too. They're gonna look for the bear. They might be able to actually bring it down here. Savage Roar gets off though.
Cast bounces, melodies are off on it. I've got Miracle coming in from the side.
Resummoned bear.
Miracle, still some time left on that haste rune. He's going to jump forward, goes for the 2-man burrow strike with a quick fade bolt. He's found the kill. is out of there.
And you see Kaka starts pinging in the direction where he thinks a ward is, but that was actually just done because Miracle just jumped in. He knew he was low, and because that mid ward, he was a little bit further ahead. And Liquid claiming the high ground here, and an 8k gold lead. So they're still consistently keeping the net worth lead, and putting a lot of pressure and putting Newbee on the back foot. Just Newbee still having to play responsive Dota.
They really are. They need some sort of big coordinated play, really. KP is at the Ravage, but he's out in front. It's like Liquid are interested in pushing elsewhere. Though. They get themselves out of there, and rightfully so, because Newbee, we're going for the smoke play behind KP.
They might be able to catch something out here. Mind Control and Kuro, though, playing in the tree line.
Will they be tempted for the Titan to attempt? It's not really a kill that you would go for anyway, and doesn't look like it matters. Mind Control gets found out on the retreat, tries to TP out, not going to make it. The Paralyzing Cask is there from Faith. They do get themselves one of the big cores of Liquid.
Kuroki still sitting on the sidelines there. Miracle is 600 gold away from the Aghanims on the Rubik. Also has an Arcane Rune in his bottle.
Bottom lane Newbee are able to get that creep wave pushed all the way around towards the tower. They'll look to take this tier 2 tower.
They need SCCC to get a BKB as fast as possible versus all this magic damage of Liquid. Mugi getting netted up.
For the chase up top, rolling from GH. It's a lot of damage stolen though.
Uh-oh.
Mugi wants to punch into him. Bottle Smash holds him back here. CCC is coming in with the Shadow Blade. Can he do this? 1 raise, 2 raise, 3 holds back. In fact, with the Plasma Field, may have been enough damage.
Yeah, it just ended up, he ended up like turning a little bit, so the raise didn't connect.
Bottom lane Kaka, he's got the Epicenter Burrow and the Death Ward all thrown down onto Kuro. Get the kill. Top, KP tries for the root, but quick roll away from GH gets him to safety on the Earth Spirit.
That's an expensive kill on Kuroki, having to use that Epi. But every little thing matters at this point to catch them back up.
With the Centaur going down, Miracle has got the Aghanims. We'll see what he can do with that in these fights. As this Rubik, second highest on the net worth.
Almost number 1 too. He's 8, 6, and 3, involved in quite a lot of kills.
This is where the real show can begin with that Aghanims. We'll see what he can do. Straight towards mid. Pipe is picked up fully for KP, so
he's going to be going for a Blink Dagger next to have the follow-up for Kaka. And Matumba Man also will go for a pipe on his Lone Druid. There's a lot of magic damage on both sides. Liquid looking for a fight here with this Aghanims, and it was pinged out by Kaka. They have this ward, though it scouted the TPs coming in as well as that smoke.
And Newbee backing all the way up here. Right back to the base.
They're 1,300 gold away from SCCC's BKB, and Mugi almost SNY too, on the road to recovery.
I mean, all in all, it is just a 3k difference. It's a difference that was sure there from the start, but it has been slowed down here by Newbee. They are getting the farm back on their cores. Managing to stabilize the state of the game. Just enough to get those key items, as you say, on to the big heroes. The Pit Liquid will go though.
Kaka's also built up a hood too, to deal with all that magic damage.
The ping did come out there from SCCC, but I don't know if Newbee can actually get towards the pit to do anything about this. Scan from Liquid to confirm whether Newbee are heading over. It will hit. They know someone's around that mid lane. Space should be here, as Newbee looks to have no intentions of heading over. And this will be a free Roshan and Aegis for Liquid. As Mind Control will take it.
They really have to, if Newbee wants to take these fights, they have to focus the Rubik so hard. And because the scary thing is when you're playing versus an Aghanim's Rubik this early on, the spell steal distance is actually so far. So like the stealing the Ravages and all these spells, he can position himself in the back. It's going to be hard to breach through this Lone Druid and Tiny. But we'll be playing in the front line with the Aegis being on Mind Control.
This is a bit of a... Oh, I was going to say he switched it up. GH, he did have the Aghanims queued up on the Spirit, and I was like, that's a little earlier in the build, but he's gone back for the Blink.
Yeah, I think they want more ways to just start the
if
fight. Like Blink Dagger Tiny, Blink Dagger Pango, and Blink Dagger Earth Spirit would be the ideal. Just for all that control they can have in the fight.
Top lane, they've got the Aegis. Time to push for Liquid. See what they can get in terms of the high ground siege. Newbee trying to try and get some of that damage built up on the bear, but the bear will get brought back. Newbee, they do have all the ultimates to take this fight.
And SCCC also has the BKB, so a lot stronger now. He's completely caught back up, actually ahead of Miracle. And they will kill the bear one time.
Nice 300 gold there for SCCC.
Good. Cask bouncing between them.
I should be a bit more hesitant with that bear getting taken down and the resummon having to be used, as it looks like Liquid will back off. This certainly is the thing from Newbee, as they're doing a good job of being able to hold back these attempts from Liquid, but at the same time not having to use all 5 heroes, being able to get space for either Mugi or SCCC to be somewhere elsewhere on the map and continuously farming. To just make that bit more efficiency out of the game compared to what Liquid's trying to do, as Liquid are moving as 5-man.
Yep, exactly. They're catching up pretty well on the Razor and Shadow Fiend. I mean, SCCC has fully claimed the net worth lead. Also, the highest level in the game.
He's got the 3 javelins, Kuro.
He went for the 3rd.
He did.
Okay, I thought maybe he was going to actually go for the Blink Dagger so they can have these initiations. And I mean, Blink on Pango is amazing for your Rolling Thunder. They're looking for Mugi.
Don't jump in. Miracle has got the stolen Burrow Strike to get the stun onto the Razor. Roll 4 from GH. Magnetizes down onto the 2 of them. Mugi trying to get himself away, but he won't make it. Tree gets tossed forward. Kuro rolls in. He's got 1 stun, 2 stun. He's rolling into the base. He's gone pretty deep. He's given the chance for Mind Control to jump in. Swashbuckle onto Faith. Not enough to kill him off. Faith will survive. F4 down. Kuro jumps himself out of the base with the shield crash. Will escape. So killed off 2. Control tossing KP away from himself. Kuro does get found out by SCCC. In fact, SCCC might just get Mind Control as well. No, looks like not quite enough damage. Mind Control healed up in time by the Urn of GH.
KP he doesn't want to use Ravage when they have Aegis like that, so you saw him just kind of perching and giving them the threat, but Liquid getting a big kill on that Razor once Mugi was finally starting to catch back up.
I guess this is getting dissembled, right? I mean, he's queued up the Satanic. Is this just a temporary thing? The Mask of Madness.
Probably.
Yeah. Because eventually, using the quarter staff.
You're going to use it for the butterfly.
For the butterfly.
Yep.
And hey, I guess after you use razors, helps you push out the waves a bit quick. Mask of Madness, SCCC. As I said, it's going to be a temporary thing. He does have the Satanic.
I mean, temporary, but it's going to be for quite a bit of time.
Sure. It's going to take quite a while to farm with that big on him, but not necessarily the standard Mask of Madness carrier.
Mugi's going to queue up that BKB next. We saw him just get completely comboed down by all the disable that Liquid has, so he really does need that one in the upcoming fights. Any other big items coming out? Nothing else too massive.
SCCC on his bottom lane has pushed right up to the base.
He's going to threaten the high ground here, but his base is also getting knocked on.
Hey, Mask of Madness helps you hit buildings that little bit quicker.
Yep, he's actually doing a lot.
There you go. Mask of Madness SF, boys and girls.
We've seen it a couple times. Not post-nerf. Once it got nerfed even more.
Yeah.
Like when there was that Mask of Madness craze, I was seeing a lot of Mask of Madness Shadow Fiends just to farm.
It's been a while. Well, yeah, we're seeing the speed he can push those waves up. Forces out a fortification. Is now back towards the base.
And it makes sense too, right? Like you were mentioning too, Liquids, they're running around as a unit, so he wants to be able to split push those waves as best as possible.
Yeah. Gonna go for the smoke play. Newbee leaving the base and seeing what they can find out inside their own jungle. Miracle's there on the front lines though.
He breaks the
jump and immediately blinks out.
He's got the stolen. Okay, he had the stolen Death Ward with the Aghanims, but he actually switches for the Burrow Strike instead.
Newbee with that smoke won't be able to find anything. Miracle comes in, closes the gap with the Burrow Strike, looks towards Kaka. enough damage. The pipe comes out. Kaka's going to be fine. There's the Rolling Thunder from Kuro coming forward. The BKB pop from SCCC. Jump forward for KP. He has managed to find 3 of them there with the Ravage. Requiem pop from SCCC. They're looking towards Mind Control, but Mind Control forced out to the side. Kaka's there with a chase down. Finds the Burrow Strike. They've taken out the Tiny. Miracle's coming back in, looking to finish off Faith, but the Bigger Restoration is enough. Oh no, it's not. Kuro comes in to pick him off the side. Miracle with the Requiem, bringing Mugi down low. But Tumberman turning his attention towards the Razor. GH tries for the Bolt Smash, actually misses.
Miracle's dead.
They've found him. They've lost a second on Liquid. They've lost a third as Kuro caught out by the base. And there may be more casualties here from Liquid. GH trying to roll away, but KP blocks it off. Kaka, stun, onto Matuma. The Lone Druid being the big kill that they would hope for. The dust still on SCCC. They're trying to chase for the bear, but the Shrine's there. It's available. SCCC starting to heal up. GH looking for the TP out. He's actually going to cancel. He wants to stick around to save Matuma. Kicks Matuma to the side. He may pay with his life, and he certainly will with that Burrow Strike connecting. GH will die. Will Matuma get out? It looks like he will. So GH giving his life there to save the Lone Druid, but overall, Newbee taking quite the fight.
They got the high ground vision down too, during, like right before the fight started. So they were able to see kind of all of Liquid's heroes and take the fight in how they wanted. There was the stolen Requiem. It did a little bit of damage, but overall you could feel that power of KP hitting that huge Ravage on multiple heroes, and we're going to see it again here.
So the start of it, it's, you know, Kaka with the pipe buff when it comes out from the team, it's a hard target.
Yeah, and the Rolling Thunder, it did very marginal amounts of damage because the BKB that comes out from SCCC, and they focus Mind Control very heavily.
Yeah, and just a great sort of blink play there from KP coming in with that Ravage to really break things apart. And as we saw, you know, Faith, he lives for a little bit. Kuro is there with the cleanup.
Yeah, but overall you could feel like they isolated Miracle after all these spells were stolen, and Kaka with the just great constantly getting those Burrow Strikes was enough for them to win it. And that gold lead that Liquid did have, which was getting close to like 8,000, 10,000, is now pretty much even, and the experience is heavily in Newbee's favored.
SCCC, he's racking up the gold. If he wants to split up that old Mask of Madness, he's got the Satanic complete. He's got the money for it.
And a DD in the bottle for the next fight.
SCCC showing up.
Yeah, fully caught back up. Mind Control now has purchased a Shadow Blade. And both teams having vision of this high ground here.
There's the jump though. Kaka straight away looking for the play onto Kuroki. They found him. That's the Pangolier down and out. The Death Ward's down. Ravage comes through for KP. He catches the
Miracle.
3 of them. They've found the 3 kills. But Tumberman's trying for the TP out, and he will make it there. The cute little 4-star play from GH, feeling the Lone Druid away from the side of Newbee, so they couldn't quite find the chance to cancel the TP. Again, GH doing everything each and every time to make sure that at least Matuma will get out of the fight. But again, Liquid losing 3. Newbee are coming back into this perfectly. Their team fight play, these Ravages from KP, they're just making it impossible for Liquid to pull things together.
Yeah. Kuroki gets jumped instantly, doesn't get anything off actually at all in this fight. You see the Burrow Strike comes out, but the Ravage catches 4 heroes there.
Yeah.
Now they claim themselves tier 1 mid, and maybe even the tier 2. And you see the Shivas now be queued up on KP, and Roche is up.
And they've got a good chance of taking this for themselves. Into the pit.
Kaka
Liquid
walks into GH as well as Matumba. They actually bring him down though.
He's got the hood, he's got the burrow. He's on his way out of that. And this is all just sort of distraction away from the pit. In fact, well, Newbee, they have left Roshan. They did come out because they want to try and kill off some bear. KP in the front. GH jumps forward with the bottom smash. SCC actually popping the BKB in the Requiem. He really wants that bear dead. And he will fight it. He's jumping forward with the Rolling Thunder, trying to look for the chase down. Found Faith at least at the top. Mind Control looking to follow it up. Faith goes to the Glimmer Cape TP, but the Avalanche is there to cancel it. Faith will try and juke his way out to the left. With a grab, Miracle, Telekinesis onto the Sand King. Roll forward from GH onto KP. Kaka still with a Burrow Strike. Is he going to be fine? No, the Agonist Burrow Strike from Miracle holding him down. And with the pull from GH, they get the kill. 2 supports out and down on Newbee. Cost Kuro his life though. Now Liquid do have the numbers advantage. They have 4 ready to push in top. Mind Control is going to look for that blink combo.
Mugi has arrived now though. He was farming and pushing down bottom. Now he's here for the fight in SCCC. Very strong still on the Shadow Fiend. Satanic is going to be back up in 4 seconds. Jump in for Miracle.
Mind control, looks for the combo onto Mugi. Mugi gets brought down low. They've got the control with the telekinesis. That's Mugi down for 70 seconds.
Wow. They
He's
actually
gone.
chain CC'd him before he could get the BKB off.
And now with just KP and SCCC, there is a very hard defense for Newbee to pull together. Miracle jumps in with a Burrow Strike straight away again. Mind control, tag teams in, looks for the combo on CSF, and that's SCCC down. Buys back straight away. But this top Rax looking to be in a lot of trouble for Newbee. SCCC opens up onto the bat, pushing it back. And these melee Rax slowly but surely falling. KP's got to be careful, getting very low. Miracle jumps forward the Kraken Shell to remove the stun, buying KP some time, but the toss from Mind Control's enough. That'll be KP down. Liquid clean up the top set of Rax. Can Newbee catch anything off the back of this? It doesn't look like it. In fact, the mid lane as well. Matuma Man getting some damage done there. Faith drops the death ward, but immediately gets stopped there by the stuns. Mind Control is pretty low and does die, but Miracle tag teams in again. Power Strike onto Gaka.
The mid tower now getting slain by Matumba Man.
They're just drawing the attention away.
Will survive with 20 HP. But the chain lockdown from Liquid there, even though they have the BKB on the Razor as well as the Shadow Fiend and the Satanic, they're not able to get anything off because of that, just the lift, all the stuns coming in from all the heroes on Liquid. That was very well done by them.
Let's take some shines. Mind Control buying back. They really want to keep it going here, Liquid. They found some momentum. I know there's still a bit of time. 20 seconds with 2 down, and Mind Control jumps forward, looks at the combo, gets it. That's Kaka out for 50 seconds. Buyback from KP now. Kuro goes in with the Rolling Thunder.
He's got the Ravage available.
It's the Witch Dogs is back up in 10. With the 4 of them there, it's a bit of a harder push for them to get, but at the least, Mind Control with his own buyback and aggression was enough to force out KP's buyback.
That turnaround was pretty damn big. It went from having like a 2k gold lead on Newbee all the way up to a 7k lead for Liquid, as well as the experience. It was 15,000 in favor of Newbee, and now it's leveled out quite a lot.
Just as we saw there, the combo burst potential onto these targets. Sure, they have a BKB, but if you're in there and they don't react quick enough, SCCC and Mugi, they have got the burst and damage to take them down.
Yeah. Unbelievable amount of lockdown. And I believe this is... Now Miracle's going to have the BKB finished up on this Rubik. So that threat of the Ravage won't be there as much as long as he's able to get it off first. But yeah, you can see how much Newbee really does rely on those good Ravages in those fights. Kuroki.
Swashbuckle his way down. Rolling Thunder.
See ya.
Autobots roll out. He's gone. Takes the shrine as well. You know, it's his. Roshan is up. Just some cheese there for whichever team wished to go for it.
Yeah, KP parks a Satyr Tormentor in there to at least scout it. So, Mind Control also with the BKB, so...
Oh, Miracle. Pretty deep here.
He's got his own BKB, though. He's holding it as long as possible. Doesn't actually have to use it. Now Liquid, they want to re-engage.
They do. Mind Control, seeing what he can catch.
Matumba Man split pushing.
He's put the BKB Mind Control, but Mugi does get the static link off. Mind Control breaks it, steps to the side. Kaka comes in with the Burrow Strike. There's the Ravage, but the BKBs are there enough for Mind Control.
Matumba Man's taking bottom Rex, though. He's actually got it already claimed.
Uh-oh. That is a full second set of racks.
Liquid was just forcing the fight so that he could do that. I mean, Miracle didn't even pop the BKB. He gets killed by the Ravage, but that's a Ravage for only one hero, and you still lose your racks.
Excellent idea indeed.
Mm-hmm.
The outplay there as Newbee failing to read the fact that bottom lane was in danger. But now Liquid, they will go
in the pit.
Into the pit.
They don't have Rubik for 40 seconds, but Newbee does not have the Ravage. They still look like they want to try to take this fight. With that Rubik dead, Liquid will start backing out.
Oh, let's see, can Newbee do this?
The scan catches Newbee.
Yeah, they're pushing them away, but as you say, I mean, can Newbee take it themselves?
There is a Blink Dagger Pangolier, and that Roche Pit is probably the best place for a Pango.
That's true.
And look at this. Mind Control is Shadow Blading into the base. He's looking for the racks.
I mean, is he going to get it?
I mean, they're trying to stop TPs.
Yeah, Kuro. He's in. Looking to control up SCCC. SCCC will get the BKB off. Turns towards Matuma in the base. Mind Control puts the BKB, but the death board actually from Faith is doing a lot of work.
He's got a Shadow Blade, though. And they do not have the reveal.
So they do protect the racks for now. Back towards mid. KP's there. Jump forward from Miracle.
CCC has a double damage right now, hitting for close to 600 since he took the +3 damage per soul as well.
He's very close to having the butterfly.
Yeah.
And can get it if he sells the Aquila, if he wants to.
Look at mind control, though. He's constantly staying toward top so that if Newbee commits a fight, he can just go clean up those last set of racks.
Yeah, the rat potential is so scary from Liquid's lineup.
And they have the bear also pushing down bottom. Almost an Aghanims finished on Matumba Man, too, so that he can continue that rat.
With one set of racks left, this is a very precarious situation for Newbee. They always have to keep their eyes on the base.
Oh, it's such an awkward position, right? Because like, you want to contest the Roche, you want to try to be sure to keep fighting Liquid, but your base is so exposed.
Miracle with the build after the Aghanims, looking to go for the E on this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's going to make it much harder for them to actually burst him.
Should always have the chance to get the BKB off in these fights. You have to survive that a little bit longer. And 10k lead, still Liquid in a very good position.
Yeah.
Newbee just unable to sort of swing it back in their favor, and it's going to take quite some fight. They do have it in them with the Ravage, and the money for that butterfly there is SCCC.
Matumba Man, look, he has the bear parked bottom. The Aghanims is also being delivered for him now.
They have found outside of the pit Miracle, and they will take him out.
They use the Ravage for him, too.
I mean, it's a mid-Rubik.
Yeah, it is.
And it does get Liquid out of the pit.
And he doesn't actually have buyback either. He is short 200 gold. Matumba Man is running the bear desperately toward that mid-racks with the Aghanims now.
It is, and can they do it? Is there anyone there to get that bear off the base? You are going to see Kaka.
They have the glyph at least.
He's gone for the epicenter. GH rolls away. They've got Roshan Newbee. They'll get the Aegis onto SCCC. And they are back in time to get that bear back off the racks. As I say that, mind control's actually gone in. He's looking for the kill, and he's found it.
He's got
He
Moogie.
takes Moogie. Faith will be able to survive with the Glimmer Cape. Moogie does bite back immediately. The bear ticks out to the Maledict. And mind control, popping the BKB. He really wants this racks.
Tossing the Razor away.
And he should have it.
And
no,
he
he does. He gets it just before he dies. But he is now dead for 100 seconds.
Yeah.
And there is an Aegis on SCCC. He's level 25 with the Butterfly and Satanic. Can they do anything with this? Is quite a large window without one of their cores for 90 seconds, Liquid.
There is no glyph available, though, on the side of Newbee. So they really have to be careful about this bear.
Yeah.
The sneaky bear, you see it already, with the big wave pushing down bottom. They need someone to keep tabs on Matumba Man's bear, but they are trying to claim a tier 2 here. Miracle has respawned.
70 seconds, no
Oh,
timing.
he actually he sniped the courier with the bear as well in the meanwhile. The backdoor protection is on at the moment.
All right. Let's have an Invis rune. They do get the grab. GH trying for the boulder smash. Silence onto the two of them. And they'll head forward. Actually, Moogie just going straight in on this with the BKB. Looking for GH. GH rolls himself away. He's focusing Miracle. Miracle dying to the Eye of the Storm. That's Miracle dead for 80.
He's got no buyback either.
And now Newbee. They're onto the T3 mid. Top lane, Matumba Man. He's trying for the Sand King kill and he'll get it. Kaka's gone for a minute. No buyback on him either.
God.
They're pushing in Newbee.
There's no creeps for Newbee. It's actually backdoor protection. And Matumba Man, he's trying to get the range racks, but the TPs are not coming in.
He pops the BKB TPs back. He knows that he has to get back somehow to keep that range racks alive.
Faith has the glimmer, but no TP available just yet.
Oh, these jukes though.
He's glimmering around.
Oh.
Kuroki.
Kuro's on watch.
Can he find him? He
Yes,
does see him.
can. Oh, it's a nice
Oh, instantly silenced. Throws the urn too.
Oh.
Kuroki. The cask. Kuro. He's got a
He's
shrine.
got a shrine.
They're committing the magnetize.
Faith.
Faith.
Look at this,
Juking
where's
it
he
again.
go?
The stun up the Mark II.
He's
He's
out of there.
TPing. Oh my god.
Bye-bye.
Faith?
Faith. Wow. That was nice. That was nice.
Cheeky.
Got the money for the axe on Moogie.
They do.
Still has the cheese, and they still have that lone range Rex.
Yep. And the Aegis as well, also on SCCC.
Can Newbee really do it here, despite just having that lone range Rex? I mean, that range Rex it's going to be hard to hold. There's a pretty big Tiny in the game, and there's a pretty big lone Druid.
They've got Glyph for 2 more. They don't have Glyph for 2 more minutes. So that is a bit of a scare. And look at this. The Shadow Blade was purchased, by the way, by Mod 2. So he is going to be looking for that.
The sneaky play.
That sneaky play. He's even turned off the Radiance. preemptively. So you're going to see Liquid all just try to push in the side lanes, keep everything forced into that base to be able to deactivate that back door. But it's a range Rax, so it does not regen, so sitting at 700 HP. And yeah, we see a Battle Fury queued up by KP. He's preparing. He's preparing for the megas. He's preparing.
The Battle Fury Tide. Are we going to get there? Mind control. He's onto this shrine. CCC's coming forward. Kaka jumps in. They're looking for mind control. Mind control pops the BKB. Tries for the DPI. He's not going to make it. Too much physical damage for Newbee. They get mind control. They will be able to protect that shrine. Kaka. Kaka's taking quite a lot of damage here.
He's trying to bait the bear.
CCC. Can he find it? Oh, yeah.
They will.
Touch. They've got it.
Oh, yep, they do. That's one bear dead.
Money.
Resummon.
Mid lane.
KP.
He's coming pretty far forward here, but he does have backup. They're looking for Miracle.
Oh, he steals the gush this time.
He gets the blink out.
But Mugi on the chase here.
He is. Static link.
His TP's out. The Ravage catches him.
They got him. KP.
He doesn't care. He's just like, I'm ravaging this Rubik every single team fight. Now GH, he was able to find Kaka. Can SCCC find him? He can't. And Kuroki now near the base.
That Ravage.
The bear's coming in. The Shadow Blade.
Uh-oh.
Glyph is still down for 8 seconds. Won't be able to kill it fast enough. 1.
Oh, the TPs.
3. Okay. He pulls it away. 376 HP.
This is getting pretty crazy indeed. Aegis will time out for SCCC. Kuro continuing to save up for that Hex.
I wonder if maybe he just goes Rapier on the Shadow Fiend.
Oh, I hope so.
Because he's banking up gold right now. He's got the boots of travel, but he could still he could safely go for like Daedalus or something like that, or maybe the MKB. But I mean, that'd be pretty hype if it was a Rapier game.
I mean, there's always that temptation as well, isn't there, on the Shadow Fiends to get the Nullifier.
Yeah, that's true.
That's another one.
Or even like Bloodthorn.
Yeah,
like the miss rate too from like the Radiance can be a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. He's just banking the gold for the buyback first.
Yeah.
And KP, he's gonna have the Battle Fury on the Tidehunter.
Oh yeah. KP.
Does he buy it?
There
yeah, he buys it.
Battle Fury Tide.
He's just got to push out those lanes, right?
Oh,
they don't want the creeps to hit the base. Mid lane, GH gets the stun on SCCC, the control.
They do have the combo. SCCC gets feared back. He's going to get lifted up as well. He's falling prey, but they manage to kill him. That's SCCC dead. Buys back immediately. Kaka pops the epicenter. They have found mind control in return on the side. GH looking for the control onto Faith, but the Glimmer Cape. Faith, this seems to be this unkillable Witch Doctor. As Kuro and GH have tried multiple times to kill him, and they just can't. Now GH and Kuro, they're on the retreat. Plasma Field onto GH. The Maledict will tick him down. They've lost 2 on Liquid. Kuro gets the blink off in time. KP is hunting, but he won't be able to find him.
The bear's in the base. They see it with the sentry and the
TPs.
Obs. They glyph.
They have to. The bear.
He's committing for it.
Is getting damaged. Can they kill it in time? The cast is... Oh, the bar strike, and they kill it in time. Oh, they got
do
him.
Get it.
They killed it off.
They're prepared. Look at this. The Obs and the 2 sentries on the are just protecting that Rax, but now the glyph is forced.
CCC. So he did have to buy back on the Shadow.
He did.
He has expended that.
You know, of course we get a game like this when it's a Pangolier as well as a Rubik, and
he's going Rapier.
It's a Demon Edge.
He's going Rapier.
It could still be a couple items, but yeah, it definitely could be.
Yeah, no, it might be
that
Daedalus.
Rapier.
But Daedalus, honestly, who builds Daedalus? Honestly, SCC, he's...
I mean, he will crit really hard. Look at his damage already.
It probably is a Daedalus.
That's a safe play. And oh, there's a DD rune bottom.
There's a Desolator Witch Doctor. Let's go.
Hey, what? Oh, he's the best.
Desolator Witch Doctor, Battle Fury Tidehunter. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Newbee.
What kind of a game could we ask for? Like, what more could we ask?
Jump in, Ravage.
Ravage
They've
again.
got the combo. They've burst him down. Miracle's gone.
They're
Does
going
have
for tier
buyback.
4s.
They are. But the bear.
It gets the Rax.
It's got the Megas. They're trying to end the game though, Newbee. They're looking for these tier 4 towers.
With the Aghanims on Razor, they're
They
killing this
found
pretty
one.
fast.
They are indeed. The Eye of the Storm ripping through it. Kuro's coming in with a rolling foot with the BKB. Popped by SCCC. Pops the Requiem. Turns towards Miracle.
Miracle's
Miracle's dead. There's a dieback on the Rubik. Newbee turning towards Mind Control, jumping forward. Mind Control's had the BKB, turns with the combo, but the damage is too much. The epicenter from Kanka comes through. Mind Control falls. The Ancient, the fortification comes out, but it's already down to half. Newbee will focus it. Look to finish it off. They've done it. Newbee take down Liquid.
Oh my goodness.
The Battle Fury tide. The Desolator Witch Doctor. The Desolator Witch Doctor. That extra bit of armor reduction on the structures to finish things off. And Newbee, in a game against Liquid, they have managed to do it. What a game. What a performance.
Oh my god.
They got mega creeps, but they didn't care.
They kept their perseverance, man. They kept it together. They did not crumble, even though Liquid had that big turnaround in that top situation. Newbee, just don't give up till the end.
They don't.
And what's that? Is that the 5-way tie? That's the 5-way tie.
We got a lot of tiebreakers. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want more Dota, we got a lot of Dota. We've got a lot of Dota coming up today, so you guys are going to love it. But what a game.
But like we get a Pangolier and we get a Rubik mid, and this is the game we get. It ends up being like a Mega Creep gets taken out, but Newbee, they commit straight for that tier 4s and they're able to claim it. Those kills really adding up. The Ravages from KP just constantly thrown on Miracle, they work out.
Absolutely. No, I've got to say, KP's Ravages.
He was the crucial player.
It really was. Each and every time, those Ravages absolutely game-winning from KP. Shutting down Miracle. And a great game. And as I said, we've got more Dota coming this way, and just the person who's going to explain the whole rundown to you, we'll pass you back to Paul, who will explain what's going on.
I'll try. Okay, look, we all love great Dota, right? We all love lots of Dota, and over this week and next week, there is a ton of Dota. I'm not sure we need any more, but we're going to be spoiled with some more. In fact, 10 more. 10 more games now because of the way the results have gone today. It needed all 4 results to go exactly the way they have, and we would have a 5-way tie for the top position in this group. Let's find out what our panel members thought of the match itself, because that was a terrific match. Lacoste is currently rocking backwards and forwards. I'm not entirely sure that he's still with us. Are you okay?
I'm all right.
Do you need any attention?
Medical attention? No, I'm fine.
Okay, good. All right. I mean, what an extraordinary game.
Yeah, amazing game. Newbee says, we love the DAC, but we want to make a mini tournament inside your tournament. So that's a tournamentception there.
We're going to call it the Newbee DAC tournament from now on.
Newbee DAC 2-0, whatever. So this game, KP, I love when KP plays on a blink initiating hero. Instead of playing, let's say, Omni Knight, they pick him a lot of Omni and a Baron. So I think he shines more on a Batrider, on a Tide Hunter.
Gets a chance to do something, doesn't he? And he did a lot of work in this game.
Yeah, his first couple of Ravages got stolen, but later on he just says, FY, Miracle, I'm just going to solo Ravage you every single time. There's just so much things happening in this game. Like, we were in for a treat. Although I think the Javelin Pango, especially when played as a support, doesn't really do that much. I mean, he's really not actually dealing the damage. I prefer to have Pango with more of a utility build.
Yeah, just a word on that as well. 109 heroes Kuro's now played.
Oh, that's just
which is insane, isn't it? Only Bristle, Brood, Meepo, TA, Unlord, and Weaver are the only ones he hasn't played, and 3 of those he has played in Dota 1 as well. So, it's an extraordinary record.
Liquid wanted to invest all in these small items, trying to finish the game, which actually backfired to them because they couldn't siege the base at the point that they wanted to.
I mean, they 5-man a lot, too much. In fact, they were like losing a lot of their goal lead where they amassed in the early game, like 7,000-8,000 goal lead, but they were 5-manning so much. So that slowly dwindled away, and all the mid-game items didn't really pay off for them.
Yeah, I love the itemization on the side of Team Newbee as well. They had 2 hoods, 1 pipe, and 2 BKBs at one point.
This is a wild regular match finish to a wild tournament. I mean, some things we saw this game that we haven't seen before. You see the support Pango with the Javelin build. You see the Tide Hunter getting that Battle Fury with the plus 250 damage at the end. You see this this kind of mid Miracle, Rubik dominating pretty well. Again, we talked about how Liquid likes to just dumpster and abuse lanes, use that to transition into a push, which they did. We saw an extremely sloppy high ground defense from Newbee, which made this game very difficult on them, I would say, and forced them to split push defend. And then, talking about first, I mean, I've never seen Chinese casters root as hard against Newbee as they did this game to try to avoid the kind of doomsday scenario, more or less, that we are now in. But I'm quite happy. We had a lot of Dota left.
Yeah, no, and you were spot on. Also, when I mentioned Miracle's game, the early game in particular was just great on that Rubik. I mean, just bullying players all over the place. There was a Burrow Strike steal at one point that managed to get him a super double kill on both the supports as well. Just an incredible. I mean, it doesn't matter how you do it, does it, with Miracle? What you give him, he can still perform.
I mean, it was all set up for the SF. They had like double roam and a mid Rubik, so you're going to be able to set up so many kills. The SF had such a difficult early game. He was like targeted non-stop. Had to go to the jungle, got killed multiple times. But, you know, he came back into the game.
Yep, he did. There's the scoreboard for you just to confirm the final result in what was an epic battle between Newbee and Liquid. Newbee coming out on top again after so many months and years of being defeated by Liquid. They finally got over the hump at Genting, where they managed to win the grand final 3-2 against Liquid, and this is the first meeting since that, and Newbee win it again. This time, I would argue, it's more important, Lacoste, to stay in the tournament.
Yeah, definitely. So, do we know the first match?
We do, and I can go over that in a moment, but let's just finish off this game. Right. MVP.
I'd say KP. Well, he didn't, but he didn't even consider after to ravage the whole team. There was no chances. After they got the solo ravage on Miracle, they could take the objectives, slightly go for tier 1s, tier 2s, tier 3s, and then just finish the game.
I like the finish though, the battle fury and the 250 damage.
That's pretty crazy, isn't it?
That actually gave them enough damage to finish the throne.
Yeah, could have actually proved really crucial.
And just in case they did have to deal with Megas again, that 400-something damage with the battle would have allowed him to defend while the rest of his team fights when Ravage is
Tidehunter siege mode defense, kill all Megas. I love it. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I would say that KP just had probably had the most consistent performance this game. There was a lot of pretty big mistakes from his teammates, but KP kind of held the line a little bit. So. Definitely a bit of quality from him.
Right, do you want to see the tables now? Do you want to see the standings as we are? Because you're about to see 5 teams tied together right now at the top of the standings in one group. There it is. Team Liquid, Optic, LGD, TNC, and Newbee will be in a 5-way playoff to finish first and second. The teams that finish with the most amount will finish in those top 2 positions and therefore go through to the second round of the upper bracket. And don't forget, if they are tied again, we'll do it all again. No, we won't. I'm joking. We won't be playing any more matches. It will be decided on length of matches, both long and short. We've also got the tied match between Vici Gaming and OG, which is our first match. It's the next match that we're going to show on the main stream because we already knew that was going to happen. So that one's being set up right now. I know that the players are being told that's going to happen any moment now, and they're busy warming up. And that one's to stay in the competition, don't forget, as well. So that's probably more important than the other 5 teams who are all guaranteed a place in the next round at least. It's just which round do they fall in? Do they fall into the upper bracket of round 1 best of ones, or do they go all the way through to the next round where Virtus Pro and Maneski and Team Liquid should have been, except that they lost that game against Newbee. That's how big that game was for them. Like Newbee are through anyway, but now Newbee, incredibly, after being 1-3 yesterday, now have a shot at finishing top of the group.
Amazing.
Jack's just looking at it. Jack just looked at me. He's like, what?
I was actually mesmerized by Group B because if Virtus Pro holds to win their secret game, the wins in that group go from 7 down to 0 perfectly by team.
They do. Yeah, and it hasn't finished apparently. Still ongoing. So you can watch that over on PGL_Dota right now. Are you ready for some more Dota, boys?
I am.
Love it.
Let's go.
Jack's definitely up for it. Winter, I'm not so sure. Winter seems a little bit fatigued right now. We'll pep him up with some Red Bull in the break, and he'll be back good and proper for the next matchup, which is the deciding match to decide which of these 2 teams stays in the DAC and which one goes home. OG gave themselves a lifeline earlier on. Can they convert it against VG and stay in the competition? We'll find out very shortly.